Hi, this is Neil Walters. I've been a member of Marius Landman's Bitcoin trend and forecast for probably 9 months now, give or take. And every week he issues reports on a blog site that's private to his members. Then he has a webinar on Thursdays that's about 2 hours long where he goes into what Bitcoin's going to do over the next month or two, and also some of the top 20 cryptos that he's identified, the altcoins, and how we can make profits on them. And each month he tells you whether it's going to go up or whether it's going to go down, what the major trends are based upon his research and his algorithms that he's developed. I was very excited when he launched ToNoIt. ToNoIt can be spelled out like to know it. ToNoIt. ToNoIt is everything. In other words, to know what cryptocurrency is going to do next month is invaluable. ToNoIt is an affiliate system, and you can refer other people to it and earn commissions. And it started out for the last year, his main report was just the Bitcoin trend and forecast, which alone is well worth it. And that again gives you the long-term forecast. And just about a month ago, I signed up for what's called HODLNOTs, and that's led by his wife, and she teaches what's called scalp trading. And scalp trading is where you get on a system such as Binance and you make little short-term trades that may last just a few minutes or a few hours. You get in and you get out and you make, for example, 1 to 10% on a single coin. Now, just yesterday, I saw some of the new videos. Basically, last week, they're launching all this new stuff. And yesterday, I got on another video where I learned about something called Master Trade. And they say that one guy on there had one coin that he made 400% on last month. So I immediately joined that as well. And what they're going to do is have 1 hour webinars, basically Monday through Friday. And right now it's coming from South Africa, and I got to figure out what time they're going to have it in the US. So of course they'll be recorded so we can watch them later. They also have just basic video courses for someone who's a total beginner. If you need to know like how to set up an account for the first time, how to buy your first Bitcoin, they have a beginner's guide like that. They have other courses that teach you things like Elliott Wave and various technical training aspects, and those are all good, but it's the courses that teach you, to me, what coins to buy, and the ones that I like are the ones that have personal follow-up. Like for HODLNOTs, we have what's called the HODLNOT Den, and it's on Telegram, and basically they have coaches in there 24/7 all around the world, and you can get on and ask these coaches or trainers questions. Like you could say, I'm thinking about buying this coin, what do you think? And they can't give financial advice, but they can tell you, okay, when they look at the coin, they see this or they see this, and then you can make your own decision based on that. And this new Master Trade thing is going to be similar. We're going to have this group and forum, and they're going to be, like I said, with us an hour a day where we can ask questions, and they're going to guide us into how they're making extraordinary profits, basically. Now, of course, there's no guarantee of income, and none of this is financial advice. Now I'm going to show you basically one of the webinars where Marius was introducing some of the new rollouts that are coming out. So take a look at this video, and there will be a link, of course, below the video where you can go join. There's no cost to join ToNoIt. Once you're in there, however, there are different products you can buy. So for example, one of the most important ones to get is the long-term trends, which includes his weekly webinar on Thursdays. And then he has PDF reports and blogs, and sometimes 2 or 3 blogs a week, depending upon what's happening that week. Some weeks are kind of boring and nothing's moving, and other weeks things are going kind of crazy, right? And the other thing I like about Marius a lot is he takes the worry out of crypto investing. Like there have been many times people are just kind of panicking, and he takes away that fear and panic by just kind of calmly reassuring you that things are going to be all right. And his long-term outlook for Bitcoin is, of course, very good, but there are always going to be little ups and downs and dips. And if Bitcoin goes from current price, and even if it goes 10 times higher, it's not going to go in a straight line. So if it goes up, for example, doubles or triples, then it may drop 10, 20, 30, 40% within a week or a month. And it's knowing when to get in and out times like that is what Marius provides. He actually has a chart where he gives the number of calls that he's made, and that probably will be in this video, or maybe I'll stick that picture at the very end. But his ratio on successful calls is kind of like 95% or higher. So enjoy this video, and I want to build a big team with this thing, and I want to help you. If you come on this month, right now it's July 27th. If you come on before August 15th, what I'm going to do is I'm personally going to give you 5 hours of free consulting one-on-one with me. And this is available to the first 4 people, okay? And I've been doing Bitcoin since actually 2014. I have a video here on my YouTube channel where I went to a Dallas Bitcoin meetup and I bought my first $20 of Bitcoin from an ATM machine. And of course, that's probably not the best way to buy your Bitcoin, but for a starter, that was kind of cool. And I've been going to those Dallas Bitcoin meetups and I've been studying and watching videos constantly on YouTube ever since 2014. And by the way, back then when I bought Bitcoin, the price was about $250. And now today the price is $10,000. So you think that's a good investment? Yeah, kinda. So if you want to see where Bitcoin's going to go next, watch this video and get every piece of information you can from Marius Landman. Take what he says and make your own decisions. His advice is basically kind of like gold, or actually like Bitcoin, right? Which is actually worth more than gold now. So anyway, take a look at this video and I hope to work with you. I'll be glad to help you and get your business started and advise you on how to use various topics. I have a lot of videos on this site where I show you how to trade. I mean, basically how to get on, for example, Binance, or how to start a Divi master node, or how to use Changely, how to convert from one crypto to another. And I'm interested in doing more videos. If you have any ideas what kind of like how-to videos you'd like me to do next, just drop a message in the video below. And of course, like and subscribe. And now we're going to go to the pre-recorded video from Marius Landman.
To a changing world
in which you plant future contribution seeds in. And then daily grind is the life.
Waking up every morning to a changing world requires a change of strategy. And that's why in ToNoIt, we're always putting our eyes in front of events and happenings around the world. ToNoIt 2.0 was designed to ensure and help you stay in front of the league. We are launching an Ignition Week, which is going to start July 20th. We're going to be having an interactive question and answer time with our top-notch service provider. Are you new to crypto? Do you have some questions that are hanging about how to get into trading? Or you want to know how to take your trading to the next level? Then you don't want to miss out from ToNoIt 2.0 Ignition Week. And guess what, friends? This is going to be super phenomenal. People are so excited. The energy is growing. It's time to share this video with your friends, with your prospects, with your team members. Ignition 2020, it's a dream. Let's make it happen.
5, it's a dream and we're making it happen. Welcome, guys. Hello, everyone. From wherever you're joining us, I want to say big welcome to everyone. Welcome on board. Ignition Week 2020, day 5. We've had an amazing 1, 2, 3, 4 days already, and today is the 5th day. Like, we are so excited from here. I don't know if you are. My name is Sondono, and I'm also going to be taking you on this journey today. We have someone very amazing. People have been sending us a lot of messages. When is it going to come up? When is it going to come up? You have him today, and I'm sure you have all of your questions.
I think it's time to introduce the Godfather. Hi, Marius. How are you?
Hello, Rochelle. Welcome, and thank you for bringing me on the call as well.
No problem, no problem. I think everybody is super excited today. I'm looking at the chat box and it's going crazy, and people are just very, even from Benoni, we've got people saying hi. So I'm going to just hand you over to your very, very, very well-known co-founder, Ijoki, who's going to be asking you everything that there is to know. Ijoki, over to you. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. Thank you very much, Rochelle, for that astounding work. And thank you, Asol, for this. Good evening here from Australia, where we have Marius joining us, and we have people joining us all over the world. Thank you very much, Marius, which we refer to as the grandfather of crypto trading. Now, before we get started, Marius, I know you have a huge following, both on social media and even among the big institutions all over the world. And I know that people watching us all over, and we have a large audience right now in Zoom. So if you know Marius and you love him, I want you to type the word Marius and your location. So if you are joining us from Australia, just type Marius Australia. If you're joining us from the US, type Marius US. If you're joining us from Ghana, type Marius. I can see Marius Ukraine. I can see Marius Bloemfontein. I can see Marius Zambia. I can see Marius Singapore. I can see Marius all over South Africa. Oh my God, Marius, your love is growing really, really great. Marius, we really love you, and we are really amazed at what you're doing. I mean, I do not have the accurate data, but I can tens of thousands of lives as regards to crypto, right? Beyond every other aspect of your life. I know a little bit of your history, but I'm not going to go into that today. Marius, you're crypto, all right, who have very, very, should I say, intimidating history of success when it comes to forecasting and predicting the price of Bitcoin and crypto. In the last 3-5 years, all right, precisely since June, the inception in June 2017, your algorithm has been super accurate, okay? We want to say something. Could you, I know of course you would not want to tell us what your algorithm is all about, but can you just give us an idea? Why is it that if we want to call 5 people successful crypto guys that has to do with predicting how price action moves, I mean, your name will be more. Can you give us an idea of how you came about this and why is this that successful?
Absolutely, Ijoki. It's actually a really big question just to answer in a few minutes, but thank you. That's a great question, and thank you for the introduction as well. And thank you for all the people that are on the call here today. We really value you. And my business is built around people. You know, I once saw a sign in a mall, and the sign said people, people, people. So everything, Ijoki, we do here is about people. And this is why we are successful, because, you know, I made a note today and I said to myself, what is the main reason? Why are we doing ToNoIt? What is driving us? And, you know, it's because people are important. And everyone that is on this call tonight and everyone that's going to look at these videos are going to know that you are important. And this is why we started this. And Ijoki, to get back to your question, why are we successful? I think we need to go back probably about 40 years ago. I'm now 50 years old. And most of you know that I grew up in an orphanage in South Africa. And those days when you grew up in an orphanage, you were literally not really the likable person in the classroom when you went to school. You know, you were kind of like an outcast. And while I grew up in the orphanage, I always realized that, look, I'm on my own. And, you know, whatever I do, there's nobody really there to help me. Now, fast forward about 20 years further, I went to university. I went to America. I met my wife, Wendy, in America. She was on last night, my beautiful wife. And then fast forward another 10 years, I came to Australia, worked in the oil and gas industry. And while I was working in the oil and gas industry, I developed an algorithm. The algorithm is basically just a computerized set of rules. So there's nothing fancy really about it, you know, just to make it plain and simple. Behind the scenes, there's a lot of mathematical equations, cycles, sin, cos, tan, mathematical equations. But then what happens is it kicks out an analysis for you. And that algorithm is the one that I started using in Bitcoin in 2017. And as you know, last night, Wendy mentioned that she was the first one in her family really to get into Bitcoin, and she made a big success out of that. And after I saw the amount of money that she made and the percentage gains, I then started applying the same algorithm that I use in the oil and gas industry. And we can go a little bit into that. I don't know where you want to lead these questions, you joke, but I basically duplicate that, started looking at the Bitcoin chart and certain cryptocurrencies, and I worked out a predictive path for Bitcoin. And it's not really difficult actually when you know what to look for, where Bitcoin is going to go over the next 2 years, 5 years, and 10 years. Ultimately, it's just going to go up. But what is really important, what we do at ToNoIt, is that we provide those high points and low points, high points and low points. We get out on the high and we get in on the low. So I hope that answers your question, Ejok. I know it's a little bit of extra information there.
Yeah, I know. Whenever we ask you of your algorithm, you always try to be very smart with it. So I was expecting less, you know. But by the way, guys, I mean, this algorithm I've been doing so well accurately. As a matter of fact, if you go on our website, he's done actually about 700 plus calls, okay, without algorithm, and we have less than 50 missed calls in the last 3 years, all right, and over 1.7 million people have downloaded his reports in the last 3 years, and it's growing massively. Marius, I was on your call, your weekly call. You know, you have this weekly call, which is 7 a.m. Australian time every Friday, and in other parts of the world, it's Thursday. Okay, and I noticed like yesterday we had people of substance, okay, join, you know, some double-digit millionaires, even some in billions, okay, join and listen to you, all right? And people come to me and ask me this question. Marius talks, okay, in big numbers, okay, and Marius, you know, but how can we bridge the gap between you providing this same report for the extremely successful guys who've got 2-digit millions or 3-digit millions, okay, and I'm talking about USD, and, you know, with the other little guys, like you always say, we're here for the little guys. We start from the bottom and finish at the top. So how is your report, okay, how is it important, or how is it necessary for the little guy?
Absolutely, Ejok. From the point that I talk, I want to make it clear that my reports and the data that I provide is for the little guy. And let me explain quickly why. Before I got into ToNoIt, in way back in 2016, 2017, I only sold my data to financial institutions and big banks and corporate individuals. Those people were paying tens of thousands of dollars every year just to get my data. But as you know, Ejok, I grew up in an orphanage. I'm for the average person. And I know that if you don't bind together and you don't help the average person, because I'm an average guy, okay? Nobody helped me ever with anything while I grew up. And think about this, guys. All of us here, we're all average people. But when I realized that these big banks and these financial institutions don't really worry about us, I started changing my attitude. And Ejok, I remember that we had a discussion, you and I. There we go. I think we're back on track. Guys, there's just all around the world, you know, internet is just under pressure. because everybody's building home-based businesses and having fun all around the world. So just bear with us. Ejok, you and I, when we started this business years ago, we said that we are here for the little guy. And what I did at that point, guys, is that I canceled my agreements with the big banks and the financial institutions. And I can go into detail, but we will do that at one other point, why I don't like the big banks. Okay, number one, they don't care about you. For them, you're a money machine where they extract money out of you. So we then decided, let's make our product affordable for the little guy. And this is, guys, what I really want you to understand. The data that you are getting is worth hundreds of dollars, but we provide it at an affordable price per year because I want you to make profit. Now think about this. If you know what Bitcoin is going to do next month and the next 6 months and the next year, then you can trade with confidence. Because everybody in the world, when they buy Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, Ejok, they're trading in the dark. Nobody knows, is Bitcoin going to go up or down? But with our trend analysis, we can give you an indication where the market is going to go. So breaching the gap now, let's come back to why I've taken the price from an extreme high price, selling it for thousands of dollars to the big banks. I'm not interested in them. I'm interested in the little guy, because we are going to take our members all the way all the way to the top, where Bitcoin is going to go to a high point. And if you've read my reports, guys, you know where that high point is, and we know more or less where the date is. Now, I can't stop eJoke, a billionaire, from paying a subscription. You know, we've got 3 billionaires. One guy in Texas, another guy is a worldwide traveler, and I'm not going to mention names, you guys. But what you need to understand, eJoke, if a billionaire follows my reports, what does it say? It says there's a bit of confidence there. And now, regardless, guys, if you are trading with $1 million, you may be on the call and you've got a few million, and whether you trade with $500, I don't distinguish who is most important. You are important to us, whether you trade 500 or $1 million portfolio. I treat everybody the same. So eJoke, I'm for the little guy. I grew up in an orphanage. I will always be for the little guy. I hope that answers your question, really.
Yeah, thank you very much, Marius, because I'm surprised that what we are getting for $50 monthly, and which is $500 yearly, saving you $100. There's the same quality of reports that double-digit millionaires and even billionaires get. So, guys, you can see what we're offering here with the long-term trade strategy is extremely important and powerful. Now, if you have been following us from day one, all right, this is the same person that all of the traders have been referring to. Oh, I was listening to Marius. Oh, at some point in time, I came across Marius. At some point in time. So if you are looking, if you go through now, checking people who are successful right now, trading crypto. Yeah, Marius, at this point in time, we're going to play a short bio about you, all right, about some of your work. And hey, guys, just listen and let's go on with this. Over to you, technical team.
In 2017, Wall Street said buy, Marius Landman said sell.
We said that we want to create a business that is resilient against any recession in the entire world. Expect over this weekend, Bitcoin could come down. This drop could be from the high point, could be easily $1,000 drop.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Marius Landman.
Thank you very much, guys. You know, Marius, you know, something that attracted me and a lot of people here was something that happened in 2017. For those who are new to crypto, 2017 was one of the biggest years so far, okay, in the history of the Bitcoin price, where Bitcoin started less than 1,000 in January and got as high as 20,000 in December. Now, at that point in time, most people around the world, if not 98%, were saying, buy, buy, buy. Bitcoin is going to 50,000. Bitcoin is going to 100,000. Bitcoin to the moon. You know, and at that point in time, Marius was perhaps maybe the only person. Okay, and we have a forensic report to back this, was among the few people in the world who said sell. And that was a big one, Marius, for you. And so you can imagine how big that is. And everyone who listened and took action made money. All right, so Marius, I've been following you and I've been making money, to be honest. And I know that I am not just the only person in that class. There are a number of people making money following your report. Now, Marius, the next question I want to take now from you is, now you have subscribers, okay, tens of thousands of them, who listen to you every week, who follow your tweets, all right, who listen to your webinars. What are maybe one or two questions most subscribers ask you repeatedly? What are the two most important or two most frequently asked questions you get from your subscribers?
Wow, let me think quickly. I would say, eJoke, probably the question that I get the most when people email me or phone me is that, what is Bitcoin going to do next month? Like,
Sorry,
this is
that's what I was going to ask you now.
yeah. Everybody wants to know where the market is going to go.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
that is a valid question, guys, because if you know what Bitcoin is going to do next,
No.
Jokey, you saw our report that came out about a week and a half ago, well, let's say in this week, even the one of yesterday, where we said that Bitcoin is going to do something. And I said August is going to be a spectacular month. Okay. Now, we've made that prediction. So if somebody wants to know what is going to happen in cryptocurrencies, you really need to get this report, read the report, and you're going to know. Now, that analysis, the long-term trend, is mostly accurate. We will never, ever be 100% accurate. So the same way that we predicted that Bitcoin is going to go to 20,000 in 2017, as far as I know, the only people in the world that have done it, because we can back it up, and we've got members that were with us at that point. Everybody claims they've done it, but we can provide the proof. We told our subscribers to get out at 19,500. In the same way now, Ejokey, I have made a call and I said to people, wait Monday 27, July. So that's what we do. There's not many people that can make that. And believe me, Ejokey, over the weekend, I'm sitting and I'm biting my nails and I'm going like, man, it better be right. But come Monday, you know, you're going to see a stunning event. Just read the report, follow the report. It's not going to be just stunning fireworks, but, you know, just read the report. The report will tell you actually where the market is going to go.
Marius,
Yes,
I
I can't even remember what your question was now. Yeah, the question was, what do people ask me? People ask me, what is Bitcoin going to do and cryptocurrencies? So once we know what Bitcoin is going to do, we know what cryptos will do. And then it's a question of just working out a little bit of analysis. And this is what Lee does. This is the videos that Craig Van Zyl does. Those videos are important. You know, this is why we train and educate our members. And guys, let me tell you this, education in this industry is going to make you propel faster forward. So yeah, Ejokey, that's probably the question I get. I think the second question, let me see, is where people asked us, let me think, where do I get in? When do I get in the market and when do I get out? Very important, guys. Okay. Maybe just for the people on the call that have not yet subscribed, I'll give you a hint. On Monday, the 27th, make sure you buy cryptocurrencies. You get in, but you need to know the high point. I've not released the high point yet where we're going to get out. And this is why you need to follow the reports. And guys, this is why billionaires follow us. Remember, I provide long-term trend reports. You get in on the bottom, you ride the wave up for 30, 40, 50, 100% you get out. I trade the path of least resistance. Unlike Wendy, now Wendy's very successful in Nuts, where they do scalp trading, we do long-term trade analysis. So those are probably the two most common questions.
Well, thank you very much, Marius. I mean, everybody on this call and everybody wants to profit for crypto. I think those are the two questions in their heart right now. What will happen next with Bitcoin? What is the next high and what's the next low? And remember, that is going in line with our brand, ToNoIt. You know, ToNoIt is everything. If you know when Bitcoin is going to go up, and you know when Bitcoin is going to tank, then you're going to be extremely successful. You know, Marius, I love the fact that you said you trade through the path of least resistance, and that's very powerful, where people can make 20%, 50%, 100% of their income. Now, thank you very much. For those who are still joining us, we're live on Facebook, on Instagram. You can follow us there. We had a task yesterday to get to 1,000 subscribers. We hit about 980. All right, so we want to ensure that before the end of this session, we actually hit 1,000 subscribers. All right, and we're growing really, really very fast. So this time around, I'm going to open up the floor for those who have questions. Okay, you can drop your questions in the chat session so that you can ask questions. Anything that bothers you, you want to ask Marius about it. And by the way, while that is going on, if you still love Marius, you love what you're hearing, just type the word Marius and your location. So if you're joining from Ghana, you can say Marius Ghana, or Marius Singapore, or Marius Indonesia. We just want to hear that, all of those things coming. So while we're at that, and while the other questions are coming in, I see Marius Zimbabwe, Marius India, I see people coming all over Lagos, New Zealand. Okay, someone's asking some very technical questions here. All right, asking some very technical questions. This is really coming really good and great. While we are at that, okay, Marius, please just get ready for your last question. The last question from us will be that, okay, how can you describe your product, okay, in 5 words? So that will be our close questions for you, Marius. So just please get prepared for that. While I spend some time to look at what's going on in the chat group. Marius, you are everywhere. You're a rock star, Marius. I see Marius Ghana, Marius Canada, South Africa, Marius Sweden, New Zealand, Abuja, Nigeria, Marius Cape Town, everywhere. Marius Romania, Marius Canberra, Australia. Okay, yeah. Well, we're getting a lot of Mariuses. Keep coming. And by the way, we're live on Facebook. You can just keep coming. So Marius, someone is asking, if I'm in the market now, should I get out now and again in 27? Okay. By the way, that's a technical question. Then you have to just read the report if you're a subscriber. If you're not a subscriber, then you have to subscribe, all right, to get all those info, all right. Let me see if we have other questions here. Please, what does it mean to ladder in? Well, that's why we have the Academy in ToNoIt, okay, the beginner course, the intermediate course, the advanced course, the Scalp Trading course, where all of these terminologies are broken down, all right. So it's very important that you avail yourself to get that through. Okay, someone is saying Digibyte is potentially best buy after Tita, and oh wow, we have a lot of people providing reports already. All right, so I think Marius, I think you did extremely well. I think people are very, very comfortable, and they got the full understanding of how this is working. So we're not having any question. Okay, of course they've been listening to you over and over again. So yeah, I guess maybe we can check, technical team, please check our Facebook or Instagram if people are asking questions there, and just feed me with them so that I can ask Marius it. So Marius, now over to you. The perhaps last closing question will be, in 5 words, describe the long-term trading strategy as a product. Thank you.
Okay, in 5 words, really, it comes back to our name. Remember, our name says to know it is everything. So this, guys, is actually really simple analysis, really. If you know what the market is going to do, you can trade the market with confidence. Now, this is what we're going to do for you. What you need to do is to get a subscription for the long-term trade calls. You read the reports. They come out 2 or 3 reports a week. We do 1 weekly webinar for you, and we do blog posts, 2 or 3 or 4 blog posts during the week. What you do, if you want to know what the market will do, remember, to know it is everything, 5 words. You get a subscription, you follow the reports, you read that, and you take action. Remember, Ijoki, when I grew up in that orphanage in South Africa, there's one thing that I realized. What is the difference between successful people and people that are not successful? And I don't mean it derogatory, you know, I just mean it in good faith. I could have sat on my butt and pitied myself and said, oh, I'm a poor little orphan. I grew up in an orphanage. I've got no, you know, potential to do anything. But I made a decision. It's about your mindset. And if you listen to Craig Van Zyle's videos, that's in the back office. It's about the psychology, the mindset. When you start to change your mindset and you say that I can achieve everything possible in the world, but it comes here, Ijoki, where you have to take action. You get your subscription, you read the reports, and then you go and trade. You make that trade according to the report, and you've got confidence in what you do. So to come back to that question, 5 words. I always tell people it's 5 words because I've only got 5 fingers. I've only got 5 fingers. It is everything. And it's a very simple process, Ijoke. Now, think about this, guys, that we make the guesswork. We take the guesswork out of the equation for you. So when you use our reports, you use it as a guideline to do your own research. Follow that strategy, you'll be successful. And plug into the system. There's a Telegram channel. You plug into that channel, attend the weekly webinars, get into the communities, and you'll probably hear from Jacques as well, from Trend Signals here over the weekend. You've heard from Wendy. There's channels where you can plug in and communicate in the community. Ijoki, yeah, I always talk too much. People say, calm down. So I don't know if there's any more questions there, but happy to answer any questions.
Thank you very much, Marius. And if you can look at the screen right now on the slide, you can see that to get access to Marius's next to none reports, okay, live webinars every week, okay, where you can ask him questions about what's going on in the market. It's just for $50 monthly, and you can get it for an entire year for $500, saving you $100. So to be part of that, please get back to whoever invited you, or you're watching this video. He or she perhaps is ToNoIt affiliate, and it can get you started and get a customer account for you so that you can purchase this and start growing your income massively. On another note, right, tomorrow Ignition Week continues, and we are on steroid tomorrow. Tomorrow we are having what up next tomorrow, Market as a Super Athlete with Corey Gardner. Tomorrow you will be given the opportunity to see a system that you can plug into and to be able to build an unstoppable business as a ToNoIt affiliate. So would you want to grow your business as a super affiliate? Would you want to take your marketing to the next level? Would you want to be breaking those caps, okay, and hitting those ranks, okay? And you don't want to miss tomorrow for anything. So tomorrow, once again, your market as a super affiliate with Corey Gardner. So thank you very much, everyone, for joining us. And I don't think we have any question for Marius. And Marius, I want to say a big thank you for being our guest today. It's pretty late over there in Australia and Brisbane, but of course you are called out and dedicated to this, and we really love you. And thank you for doing what you're doing, and we wish you more great calls. Okay, I would have asked you one question if they allowed me, is that how do you feel anytime you make those calls, whether they're going to come true or not? Would you want to say something on that? How do you feel when you say, oh, 27th, we're expecting this to happen? What happens on the midnight of 26th?
Oh, yeah. No, that is, yeah, when we talk about dates, it's normally 26, 27, 28, the week of the 27th. But no, we've got no stress really. I see somebody asked there, how does Marius handle stress? But look, guys, it is stressful, but we take the guesswork out for you. What I can tell you is this. Wendy and I started from the bottom, like anybody else. We were just an average couple, being in debt. And Ijoki, when we started in 2017, we took a small amount of money. As a matter of fact, Wendy took her tax return money, and I don't want to say what it is now, Wendy, but it was a small amount of money, less than $30,000. She put that in, and we started investing, and then the money just doubled and doubled and doubled. Anybody can make it. Now, it's called confidence. When you are confident about a call, you don't have stress. And then the best part, Ijoki, I'm married to a beautiful wife. I've got no stress. So there you go. My suggestion for the guys is, if you've got stress, just marry a good wife and you won't have any stress.
Wendy, we love you. Okay, by the way, so I think this brings us to the end of today's Ignition Week with the grandfather of crypto trading. Of course, you've heard for yourself, you know for a fact that he knows exactly what he's doing. And if anybody wants to get into crypto, I think you need to listen to those who are ahead and know exactly what they're doing. So once again, thank you very much, Marius, for us having you, your time. So I'm going to take it over to Rachel. Hi, Rachel. How are you today? And over to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Marius, just on behalf of everybody, thank you so much for spending time. And I think everybody's got the confidence to trade and get on board. So yeah, I don't know if there's, I don't think there's any more questions. You guys are a winning combination, said Dewald. So I do agree with that. So thank you so much. and have a lovely evening. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everybody. Have a nice evening and a fantastic weekend. See you tomorrow night. Awesome.
Okay, bye.
Okay, it's always exciting to hear from Marius. I hope you enjoyed that. And remember that I'm offering this 5 hours of consulting for anybody that joins with this offer below before August 15th. Let me show you what you get when you purchase this, and also some of the other options you'll be able to have here. So this is an example of one. I have two accounts actually, because I was a member of this a few months ago in like the pre-launch stage. Now that they did the launch, I basically had to create a separate account. After you purchase the long-term trade recommendations, this is how you access it. You log on to your ToNoIt.com site, and of course you use the link below the video or the link of the person who referred you here if it's one of my team members. Then you're going to click on My Products. You'll see a list of all the products you purchased, and in this count I only have this one. And then you basically will click Blog and Downloads, and I've already opened those in separate tabs here. The downloads are basically PDFs, which Marius has created. Those are his reports. They can either be 2 or 3 pages, or they could be 10 pages or more. And sometimes they'll have a report called like his top 20 coins, and he'll tell you like Digibyte's going to go from here to here, and Ethereum is going to go from here, maybe from here to here, and kind of give ideas on each and every coin. And those reports come out approximately once a week, but sometimes more often and maybe occasionally less often. You can see today we got one called the Sneak Report of what's coming up in August, and I'd love to tell you about that, but members only. And then when you click on the blog, you'll get a list of the blogs, all the different ones that have been published recently. And here I've already clicked on this one. This has to do with that Sneak Report I just told you about. And then here you actually created a 10-minute video as well. So you can watch the video and then go download the PDF. Let me switch accounts real quick. Here's examples of some of my other products where they use Telegram as the main methodology to communicate with us. So now let's go down here to Marketplace. Now you may be wondering what all these Marius reports are going to cost. You know, it's probably worth $5,000 or more. If I had known about this in 2017, my crypto portfolio would be at least 10 times as what it is today. Because so in 2017, when the big drop hit, my cryptos all went down, and I lost about 80 to 90% of my crypto holdings. And I was not a member of Marius Landman's group back then. I didn't know about him, right? So had I been a member of his group then, it would have saved me just too much money to even think about. So you may think he's going to charge $5,000, but like he said in his video, this is for the average guy, the common people. So it's not $5,000. It's not even $19.99. You know how these guys do in these videos, right? You can actually get it for as low as $50 a month. Okay, $50 a month. You can try it for 30 days and see how it goes, or you can get it for 90 days. You notice when I change the dollar amount there, it changes the time period. And $500 is the investment for the whole year. So as I mentioned earlier, I have this special offer basically from now till August 15th to give you 5 hours of my time consulting, whatever you need, whether it's to set up and buy your first Bitcoin, to help you with Coinbase, to help you to sell or buy a crypto, to help you set up a wallet. I tell you what kind of wallets I use, how to be safer with your crypto, and how to make sure you're not attacked by a hacker, that kind of thing. I will be willing to help you with that. But to get my 5 hours, basically what you need to do is buy this long-term trade right here for the $500 price. So you might think of that as getting it for free. You're going to pay $500 here, and then I'm going to give you $500 worth of my time. And I literally do charge $100 an hour as a computer consultant, and then now as I'm starting to do more Bitcoin consulting. Now, that's all you need to do to get started. Let me just tell you, though, what some of this other stuff is here. The day trading signals, that's where they actually send you on Telegram saying, okay, there's an opportunity with this crypto, and if you buy it at this level and then sell what they call a stop loss at a certain level, or set a stop loss at a certain level, and then sell it when it goes up to a certain level. And there might be 1 or 2 or 3 sell-off points. Those are called trade signals or trend signals. As he mentioned, his wife, Wendy, is also a crypto trader. She's the one that actually told Marius about this whole crypto thing. She was buying it before he even knew what it was. And then when she started making money, that's when he got into it. So over time, she became what's called a scalp trader, and she has a group called HODL knots. HODL means, whoops, I didn't mean to click that. But anyway, HODL knot means hold on for dear life. And those are the people who like buy a crypto and just say, I'm going to hold out for a year or two and see what it's worth. And that's a valid strategy, but those of us that trade occasionally or more often can make more money, basically. And scalp trading is where you get on, you identify certain opportunities, and then you buy them, and you might just be in a trade for anywhere from 1 to 2 minutes or up to 30, 40 minutes or even a couple of hours. Like I'm just looking at one of my screens right now. I just bought into Cardano just a few minutes ago. Let me check. It's up 2.7% in about 30 minutes, basically the time I was recording this video and editing the other videos to get them ready to upload to YouTube. So as a person who works at home, you can kind of keep one eye on the trading screen like that. And like if Cardano starts going down, I'll sell and cash out my 2.7% profit. And if you multiply that times, $5,000 or whatever, and you do that once a day or 5 times a day, it can actually be extremely profitable. Some people are actually paying their bills and earning their living off of just doing the scalp trading. And then, like I said, last week they had all these new things going on, and I'm still trying to catch up because sometimes they have some of these seminars on South African time or Brisbane, Australia time, and they're off hours for me. So I was catching up on Sunday yesterday. And so I heard the seminar on this master trade, and I immediately signed up for it after watching the video. I bought in for $150 here, which will give me 45 days. And if we're as successful as they say we're going to be, they're going to give us certain coins that are going to double, triple, or quadruple, or even more. And we're going to trade with them, and they're going to be online with us 5 hours a week, 1 hour a day, Monday through Friday. And they're going to, I think, scatter the times to handle the different time zones around the world, or there'll be, of course, replays. If you have an 8 to 5 job or whatever, you may miss it. You may have to watch the replay. There'll probably be a Telegram group where we'll be able to ask them questions and get our answers live from these special group of people. Now, if you're totally new and you're a novice to the whole thing, here is a beginner trading course that will basically explain to you, like here, what is fiat currency, what is cryptocurrency, what is blockchain. I mean, all the very, very basics. Okay, so it goes all the way from that course, and then they have an intermediate trading and an advanced trading. That'll get into things like candlesticks, Elliott wave, volume, RSI indicators, MACD indicators, all this technical stuff for those of you that want to trade technically. So let me show you how this actually works. You're going to click add to cart here, and then you can go to the cart, but you're not going to be able to buy right away because you don't have any money in your wallet. So they basically have their own little finance section over here, and you can see, well, I did this in a demo just a while ago. So now I have 2 things here. So it says I want to buy this and this. So it says I need $650 and I only have $10 in my wallet. So let's go fix that, right? I'm gonna go here on the left and click the it's finance. Click the finance tab, click on the deposit wallet. And then you're gonna enter your amount here. Like, let's just say I'm gonna do $100. And the only choice right now is Bitcoin, and then you hit deposit. Then they're going to go to coinpayments.net, and here you can put in your name and email and all that. Let me just do that real quick. Over here on the left are the different ways you can buy. I always use Bitcoin, so that means you have to have a Bitcoin in some wallet somewhere, and here it tells you the amount. Then you click this complete checkout button down here. Then they'll tell you how much Bitcoin to send, and this is the address you send to make your payment. If you're using a smartphone, you can do the QR code up here at the top. So this is just a Bitcoin address. You send this much Bitcoin there, and then it tells you have 8 hours to do it. Now there is some time lag with Bitcoin. Sometimes I believe the block times are currently about 10 minutes on Bitcoin. So once you send your payment, it might take 10 or 20 minutes for coin payments to get it, and then it might take 10 or 20 minutes for it to get over back to ToNoIt.com. You can see it's just doing a little countdown clock here. So then when you're done, let's just go back over here. It'll say like you have so much money. Like I have $10 right now left over. What I do is I suggest you buy an extra $5 or $10 because there's going to be some extra fees. And same thing, if you send your Bitcoin from Coinbase to that Coin Payments, don't send the exact amount because Coinbase or whoever is going to charge you like a 0.05% or whatever it is, a small fraction of a commission that they take. So send just a little bit extra so that you can make sure you get enough deposited. Then you come over here, like you can see the other day, I bought the $500 trading signals, and then I bought the new master trade class, and they give you history here, but this is your current balance. So then once you have a balance, you can click up here and go back to the shopping cart. And then it'll tell you, okay, use your balance of whatever dollars you have here and click make a payment. Then after you bought your product, you're going to go down here to My Products. And I showed you earlier, in the case of the blog, it's really simple. In the case of these other products, you have to join Telegram, and I can walk you through all that as well. So I hope you enjoyed this webinar and this little how to do the joining process. And I have other videos on my channel, and this week I'll probably be adding more, like maybe one a day if I can keep up with that pace. And I also have some interesting videos like different affirmations, and Joseph Murphy, I have a good one on that. And I'm going to be adding some others that might relate to cryptocurrency, so watch out for those. Click like and subscribe. I look forward to working with you as a member of my team, and together I think you and I can build this thing to a huge business, and you'll be making money both from cryptos and from the business side of this, where you can refer in other people. We didn't even talk about that, but there's ways to make money there as well. So again, it's Neil Walters. I look forward to working with you personally and getting to know you. See you on the inside.